Hello, my name is Sonny Greenwich Jr. and today I'm mostly going to be talking about tricks with Logic Pro X. Well, hello everybody, how's it going? So it's a freezing cold day here in Ireland and I want to give you a few tips, just 2 or 3 tips of how I use Logic Pro X or 10. These tricks are things that you probably don't know. I didn't know them. My idea for 2021 is to try and release as many songs, albums, whatever, as possible, and to continue learning Logic Pro, and to also help you guys learn Logic Pro as I'm learning it myself. It's cold today. It's so cold, in fact, that a car just outside our door crashed into the ditch. Well, really slid into the ditch on the ice. Really quite dangerous out there. The sun is shining, but it's freezing. So, if you're in bad conditions, please be careful what you're doing. And also, try and stay home anyway, because here is lockdown 5. So, you definitely, you want to stay home, basically. So one of the things that I do often while I'm recording stuff is to try and match up sounds to see how they sound together. One of the things I do is use the solo button to do this. One of the coolest little tricks is control solo, which means that no matter what you solo, tracks that you've control soloed will stay soloed along with them. So for instance, let's say you have the drums in control solo. You'll be able to then solo the bass track, solo the piano track, solo the strings, for instance. Solo the voices against the drum track. The drum track will always stay on no matter what other solo buttons you hit. Here I have Johnny's drums. You go over the solo button, control on your keyboard, and then click. The little tiny red line comes across that. Now, whenever you go to solo, that track will always play. So I'm going to go to solo on the bass here. So when you hit solo, it solos up against whatever it is that you have in control solo to see how things sound against the drums, for instance. The other thing you may have noticed is the arrangement markers up here. Now I use these, well, to arrange the song, basically. With the arrangement markers, it will allow you to move the arrangement markers and also move all of the instrumentation below or within the margins of where that arrangement marker is. Grab this one and move it over here. You'll see that it moves everything below it as well. All the sounds that are within the markers will move with your arrangement markers. It's really handy. So I use that all the time. But that's not the tip. This is a 2-part tip. First thing is that you can grab one of these, and by going to View, you do Show Colors. And now, the same as you can color your regions or your tracks to keep them separate so you know what is what, you can add colors to all of these. You can actually color them whatever you want. It makes it easy for you if you know the colors that you want to have things that you can actually just look at them and go, oh yeah, the bridge is purple, so I know where I am in the song. There's another marker thing, the regular markers. What do I need those for? I was always wondering, okay, well, what was the point in having the marker as well as the arrangement marker? Then I discovered that by clicking on the marker, a little drop down comes down and you can go create from arrangement markers. It'll copy your arrangement markers to the markers. Now, if you just want to hide the global tracks and it's gone, you'll see that your markers are still there above, and they'll stay above at all times. So you can tell immediately where you are in the song just by looking at that. Very handy. Third little tip here is something that I've run into a few times, is because I like to run, let's say, my strings in stereo, I often come up against having so many strings and so many different parts that, you know, okay, these strings are the high ones, these are the mid ones, these are the low ones. I end up just having too many tracks going at the same time. Sometimes I just want to get these things out of the way. I know I'm not going to touch it again. It's already done the way I want it. I just want to have some way of keeping it so it's stereo, left, right, but I don't need to mess with it anymore. Select the 2 tracks of stereo that you want. So let's say these 2 strings. So there you can see that they're both panned left, right. There's the 2 of them. Selecting those 2 and hitting Command J, bang. And that now creates one stereo track. No matter how many tracks you select, hit Command J then to make one stereo track with your pans already in. Apparently 70% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel. Please go down below, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button. You know what to do. Just for the crack, I'll give you another one. Make a folder of my most used plugins, so I don't have to go looking and digging through the whole thing to figure out what Gullfoss is gone. I go up to Logic Pro, Preferences, and then down to the Plugin Manager. Open the Plugin Manager, you go to Category, click, and then you add, and then you can say, let's call it Faves. And that creates a folder. So the quick cast is something that I use all the time. So you grab the plugin and you move it to where it says Faves and you drop it. And then if you open it up, you'll see that the quick cast is there now. Once that is done, close that up. Wherever you are, where your plugins are, you click open and you'll see there's a Faves folder right there. All the things that you've put in there and saved as your favorites will now be right there, easy access for you. Great time saver. It's a quick and easy and simple thing to do, and I thought you might like that.
Sweet, yeah, lovely.
Oh man, and it's got marshmallows too. I hope those are tips that you haven't seen before, and I hope they help you out, because they've certainly helped me out and speed up things for me tremendously. If you guys want to help me out, you can also come and join my Patreon. What I will be doing is allowing my patrons to get these videos a day early, pictures and things behind the scenes stuff as a thank you for helping me out. Because as you know, my whole life has been as a gigging musician and the gigs are gone. I'm trying to make the best of it and help you guys out, and if you could help me out, that would be fantastic. We'll see you in a few days. Thank you so much.